Hey collectors, today we're back with another video, and this one is of Figma 418 and including the bike. I thought I'd include it as well rather than just doing two separate videos. And this is basically Saber Altria Pendragon, Alta, and then obviously this is Cuirassier Noir, which I've got to admit looks really cool. I didn't expect it to come in a cool box, so let's obviously have a look. So it says here Fate Grand Order X Ride, and then it's obviously the name. On this one, it's basically the character, and then or Pendragon, and then obviously the dog. I don't know the dog's name, so if you know, let me know in the comments. And then obviously here we've got the lovely like different poses that you can have of her, and then on the back of the box is just basically the Crusader, which looks really cool. On that side, it's basically the same. On the top, nothing there, and at the bottom nothing there. Obviously here we have Saber, which is there, and then basically she's at the top of there and at the bottom as well. So let's open up both of these and have a look inside. Here are all the parts, and oh my god, I did not realize how nice this bike is going to be. I saw photos of it and thought, yeah, it will go with the figure, it will do something, but oh my god, does it look beautiful. I cannot wait to actually look at it properly. But all these other parts, so you get the sword, you get this dog. I don't know what the dog's name is. If you know, link me and comment in the comments down below. Two different faces, a burger hand, an extra peg, and the stand, as well as something extra. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this review. Here she is. I've got to admit, when focusing on her, she is so pale in this. It's very hard to kind of see or even focus in, so I apologize if it's not crystal clear. So the hair is absolutely fine. It kind of really suits the character. The eyes are very piercing, like very piercing. And I think this is one of the things that I like the figure for, because it was boom, straight there. Like the eyes really drew me into the character, and made me want to buy the figure. Maybe that's the whole reason. So you've got this necklace that she's got, which is there, and it's kind of a nice black. I thought it was silver, then I was like, damn, silver works on that one. I really like the leather jacket. I think the leather jacket is perfect, and then this like kind of like normal black top. But yeah, you've got like the zip that goes all the way down. It's on both sides. And then obviously she's not making any like emotional, like a smile or anything, so it'll be interesting to see what the other faces look like and how they change the figure. Obviously you can see this is just like a normal top, and then obviously just under here is basically a way that you can move like the figure about, and that's about it really. As we move down, we can see that the leather jacket kind of continues, but it does kind of like come out that way, so we'll come back in a bit. Belt is absolutely fine. I like the fact that there's like little parts in there. And then obviously you've got the belt buckle, and then the kind of like the short shorts, and then obviously the zip that goes down the crotch, as well as the kind of lines that are just above the thigh, and then obviously the hands and the cuffs look good. The one thing that I really caught my attention was the kind of leather thigh-high boots. I really like the kind of like the ruffling in the leather, and obviously they go all the way down, and they're just like a normal boot. So it kind of really adds to the figure on this one. On the back, we can see here that it's just normal. There's not really a lot to say. You can see the joints there. You can see a line going all the way down. So I don't know if that's part of the boots or if that's just part of the figure. The next part is basically you can see her shorts. You can see the pockets at the back, just there and there, like any other like jeans. And then obviously you have the belt. I really do like this part. This really stands out to me. It's just the way that the jacket is. Feels like it. Maybe it's like that in the entire anime. I may have to check it out, or maybe just for this figure it looks like she's ready for battle at any point, so rather than having it down here, this is where they've put it. So you can see that there's a lot of like ruffles, crinkles and stuff like that. On the inside it's a pink like that, and you can see the detail along the area just along there, which is absolutely fine. And then you can see in a bit, or we'll see in a bit, you got there's a line just in case I forget, but there is a hole so you can place the stand so she can actually stand up. And then at the top we've got a black bow that goes around her ponytail, and then if you can just see it, 'cause the white or the grey is really hard to tell on camera, but there we've got little marks here and here to actually show the way that the hair is, the way that it's ruffled, and stuff like that. So it's a little bit hard to kind of see, but it is there. You can just see it there. I don't know why the figure's like this. But for camera work, a lot harder than it is. Let's do a stress test. So the feet move up and down like so. Just like that. But they don't move around, which is a bit, I'm not really bothered. Knee bends quite well. I really like that. It really works well with it. Like that. Legs move around. Upper body moves like so. And then again in the top part. Arm comes out. It does do that because it says in the instructions that you can pull it out a little bit and then kind of add it back in. So I kind of like that. And again on this one, arm goes up and down, moves around like so. Place it back in. Hands move around like so, like pretty much on all Figmas, so nothing new there. Like that. Head's quite stiff, but you can turn it all the way around if you want. Like again, I mentioned in the one, who would want a Figma like that? I don't know. So you can turn it around like that, and there we go. Not too bad. Let's change the faces and actually see if there's anything there that makes it slightly look different. Now, this one's actually a lot harder to pull off because normally the others have just come sliding off. Yeah, even like trying to put it like into there normally, it's finding it a little bit harder to. That was actually quite tough because it just wouldn't go in there. So that is a kind of like, huh? What are you saying? What are you saying about that? Not really much to that one. The next one is Screaming Face. You really have to, for this one, that's really weird. So screaming like, ah, that one I kind of like. That one does add more to it. So obviously if you've got the bike or if you've got the sword in hand, that would probably be the better one to go for. I don't know why it's so hard to attach the faces. It just feels a little bit weird. And here is the dog that you get with it. If you know its name, pop it in the comments down below. So the only things that this does is the head turns around. And that's about it. You can take it off. I don't know why you would. But yeah, it's all there. It doesn't really do much. And again, the tail kind of moves as well. So yeah, you get the dog too. I've added the sword onto the character. I think it looks really, really cool. I really like the red and the black. It just suits the sword so much. Even when having it like that, I was like, oh, I didn't know. It looks very like on. You wouldn't be able to see it properly if it was in the right position, just on the black and black. But I love the way that the character can hold it. It adds a lot more depth to it. I think that this is a really cool addition to it, and it's something that I would love to pose. But she's going on the bike because the bike's really cool. I mean, look at that. That looks stunning. Just to add in a little bit more is the burger that you get. I'm guessing the character likes burgers in this, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of something that is a nice little addition to it. But I love the fact that it just literally sits right in there. So you don't have to kind of fiddle around with it. The hand is a separate hand as well, so it doesn't go with the other one. So I'm glad that they actually did this rather than making you have to kind of pose it for a while. So this was a really nice touch. So let's look at the bike. I am still impressed by this. This is, for the money, it's worth it. I'm not a huge bike fan, but I would love my bike to look like this if I had one. So let's have a look. I love the detail here. I love the way that the exhaust is chromed. I really like the fact that I don't know all motorbike parts, so if you know, let me know down below in the comments. But I really love the detail that's come along from here. The reds, the silvers, the blacks, the wheels. I thought the wheels would be quite thin, but they're actually quite chunky, and that's what really adds to this. Like even the black, the red insignature there, the way that the lines are. Obviously, can't wait to put the figure on there. But I really love like the black, the red. So why am I getting the colors mixed up? It comes with a little stand if you want to put it in there. It just makes it easier to stand up. You could possibly just remove it. No, you can't. So we'll put it back in that one. So I love the way that that's able to control it. Now, these don't move like the brake systems don't, so don't try and force it down. On the other side, it's exactly the same. You can turn away, so if you want to, don't force it down too much because it will literally stop because it's touching these things, like the handles and the accelerator and the brake. So again, don't just be like, oh, why is it not forcing and coming this way? Because you will break it. So let's have a look at the figure and put her on the actual bike. There we go, collectors. There is Saber Altria Pendragon, or Alta, as well as the Cuirassier Noir. Now, I have got to admit, I love the bike. I think the bike is amazing and it works so well. It even like here, the pointiness, like even when you move it to the front like that, it looks like a proper bike. It looks like it's just come straight out of the anime, and I absolutely love it. I love the silvers. I love everything, like even the chrome of the exhaust. I absolutely really love. Now, one thing I will say, which was quite annoying, was trying to get her to sit on the bike and actually look like she's sitting on the bike compared to her raising up or leaning a little bit too forward. I've got to admit, this is a really nice kind of display. The leg kept falling off, so if you're posing yours, just be careful with it. It's not like it's, oh my god, it's broken. It can click back in, but it will take time to pose. But yeah, I'm just thinking, is there any more to this bike that I don't know? Figure is I would say kind of a basic one, but what you get is, it's good for it. If you're going to get one, you need to get the bike. You know, if you're going to get the bike, at least you can put it with other Figmas and stuff. It does kind of give the way that the jacket is. So if we bring that into focus, if the bike is moving, then obviously it looks like she is. So if we take away this, you can roll the bike. So it is a really cool one. Even like when you look at the wheels and the way that it just spins, the whole like display, like you can spin it quite quickly. I would love it if this kind of lit up. If there was like batteries, there isn't. There is though a thing there. Again, I don't know why. More kind of silver, more chrome. I don't know if there's meant to be a stand for it, or if you want to put a stand on there, like one of the stands to actually put it in a different place, maybe riding up a wall or something. This also kind of reminded me a lot of the bike from Final Fantasy VII with Cloud. I think that's the first thing I thought of, like, oh, that looks just like it, or very similar at least. So this is absolutely awesome. It's worth getting. Something that I would highly recommend more than anything. But yeah, this is absolutely perfect. So collectors, what are your thoughts on this? Would you get the bike? Would you get the figure? Or would you just get one or the other? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've liked this video, then like, favorite, comment, consider subscribing, hit that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And as always, collectors, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching. And as always, see you in a bit.